Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Katie, I'm a physical therapist and yoga teacher, and I wanted to take some time today to share some thoughts that I've been having recently around the idea of transitions and leveraging the pause. And when I say transitions, right, traditionally this is moving from one activity to another activity, or from one phase to another phase, one season to another season. And so the big transitions have always been really obvious to me, and maybe you've experienced the same. And oftentimes in big transitions are the times when I'm often the least mindful of what's going on for me physically and mentally. And oftentimes that's when I fall off my self-care practices. And so I've been playing around with this idea of transitions as pauses. Because inherently, when something is transitioning from one thing to another, there has to be an ending in there somewhere, right? And with an ending generally comes a pause, however brief, before the new thing begins. But so often we push through that pause, we rush through that pause because we just want to be where we're going already. And that can add so much unnecessary tension and pressure in our nervous systems than there has to be. And so what I've been playing with, especially this week, is letting myself rest in the pause and even just noticing the pause. Because the pause isn't always very long and it's not always very comfortable either. But what I'm finding is when I can recognize those tiny moments of transition, not just the big ones, but even just the small ones, like from work to home, from home to work, between clients, even between breaths, or between meals, or between heartbeats. That one's a little bit harder to feel, but it's transition nonetheless. And what I'm finding are in these smaller transitions throughout the day, there is a pause with everyone. And when I allow myself to notice the pause and rest in the pause for just a moment, my day feels so much more spacious. And I can feel the tension in my nervous system settling back down. And so I wanted to guide you through a little practice tonight that will help you to experience what I'm talking about, experiencing the pause in a transition. And my hope is that you'll take this practice and practice it as you are meant to with practices, but also to take it off the mat, to take it into your day-to-day life and notice those little moments of pause, those little transition moments that can give you some spaciousness and calm. So for this practice, just come to a comfortable seat or even a comfortable position. You don't even have to be seated, but just take a moment to support your body in whatever way it needs. And begin to tune into yourself. Tune into your breath. Feel your body resting on the ground. Feel the edges of your body, the edges of you. Draw your attention to the breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And notice how your breath moves through your body. Maybe you can feel the temperature of the air at your nose, the way it travels down the back of your nose, down your trachea into your lungs, and the way it follows back out, leading the same path in reverse. Notice how, as you inhale, your belly expands and your chest rises. And as you exhale, the chest falls and the belly falls. And as you follow this journey of the breath in and out, I want you to start to allow your attention to linger at the top of the breath, just as it pauses to reverse into the exhale. Notice that inherent pause as the breath reverses. And as you exhale, follow that exhale all the way out to the very bottom of the exhale, and notice the pause before the inhale. And this doesn't have to be forced. This is something that happens naturally, innately. Now, play with extending that pause. On your next inhale, follow that breath all the way to the top and intentionally hold it for 1, 2, 3, and allow the exhale to come. Following the exhale all the way to the bottom, pause, 2, 3, and allow the inhale to come. A few more breaths at the pace of your own breath. Lengthening that pause at the top and bottom of the breath to whatever level feels good for you. Notice how it feels to rest in the pause. Notice how these transitions feel. Is it soothing? Or is it difficult? Is there anxiety with it? Or does it bring peace? There's no right or wrong. It's just noticing. And releasing the focus on the pause, allow your breath to settle back into a normal rhythm. Noticing how easily it happens. Without effort, your body will breathe for you. And when it feels right, come back to the room and allow your eyes to blink open. This is a beautiful practice that you can bring with you wherever you go in your life. Your breath is always with you. And as such, the pause in your breath is too. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about this exercise, what you experienced focusing on the pause. And let me know if you notice any areas in your life that this comes into play. And if you're not already a subscriber, make sure that you like the video and subscribe to stay up to date on all of my offerings and all these little tidbits that I share. It really does help me to continue to make content to put out there for all of you and to share my practice. So much gratitude for tuning in today and sending you so much love. Namaste.